breaking. See how I'm not breaking up the crab meat? I'm making sure all is incorporated with the breadcrumbs, with the liquid. We're getting it all up in it. We're getting it all in there. It's all in. I wish I had smell of vision so you could smell it, because it smells so divine, so divine. You're gonna be happy. And for those of you who like heat, a little bit of heat, you could add a little bit of cayenne pepper if you want a little heat. I wouldn't go with the jalapeno pepper. For those of you who want to just maybe like a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, you could add it in just for those who like. You know, I have cousins who like their heat. I like, like their heat in their food. You can do like maybe a quarter cup. Not quarter cup, I'm sorry, that's way too much, but a quarter teaspoon, I apologize, of cayenne pepper for those who like that, a little bit of heat in that mixture. And again, what you want to do with this, once you finish, is you want to see how it's all incorporated. See how I'm not breaking it up. See how that breadcrumb is absorbing a lot of that liquid when you put it. It's not running. It's staying together. And you could form this right now if you wanted to. But what I would suggest is taking this and freezing it. And let me just show you, bring it to the camera. See how you can see every part of the meat is seasoned. Everything has crab. Everything is held together. See how that looks very, everything is in there. And what you want to do is, you can form this right now and form it into a nice patty and try to deep fry it or pan fry it. But just like if you ever, I'm not sure if you ever made a cake. Not cake, but a better example is maybe a cookie or a pie dough. When you make your batter, when it holds, put it in the refrigerator. And you'll be surprised. Perfect recipe. And I'll show you that on a later show that's coming up when we make on my cookie show. I'm gonna show you how to make a good cookie and show how to do it. But that's the same technique. When you make that batter, don't go right into doing it right away. Freeze it, chill it. Overnight it'll be good. But if you type person like myself, and you smell that crab, you want to eat it right now, I would do no more. At the bare minimum, leave it in the refrigerator for about an hour. You'll be surprised. And right now we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and I'll be back with you. Do the magic of television. We have a crab cake that's already been frozen and already been chilled. Crab cake, the crab mixture, we're going to form, as you can see, it's staying together. You can see that you can still see your crab meat. It's staying together. It's ready to be molded into the lump, to the patty, so we can. If you were just doing a small crab cake, not a problem frying it. The oil I'm going to use today is canola oil, but because I want to make a jumbo size, a nice size crab cake, I'm going to deep fry it in a pan with some canola oil. Make sure your oil is at least 350, and I'm going to show you. We're going to check the temperature of it now. This bill on oil, make sure that it's 350. It's too hot. We're going to turn it down until it gets to at least that. I don't want it over that. I don't want to get too hot, but we're going to make sure it's hot enough to fry the oil. Reason why we're going to deep fry it, not pan fry it, is because since I'm making a jumbo size, I want to make sure that everything cooks, not just burn on the outside, but I want to make sure it's done in the middle as well. Because we do have raw egg in there, so I want to make sure it cooks all the way through. Before we go ahead and form this mixture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the stove down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands again before I start touching the crab, dry my hands out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold our mixture, and I'm going to use some olive oil so the crab won't, it doesn't stick to my hand when I start to foam it. We're going to get our patty shaped, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into to the fry and start deep frying. But let me just wash my hands. Just make sure, I did have that, raw egg and everything on my hands, just to make sure we get all that out. Go ahead and dry them out. And what I'm going to do is, before I start forming my mixture, as far as folding the crab into the cakes, I just want to put a little bit of olive oil on my hands. And you can use it with the gloves, but it's better, I think, my personal opinion, it's a little better without the gloves. You get more leeway with the comment. You're able to mold a little better with the gloves sometimes. With your hands, bare hands. So just rub a little bit of olive oil on my hands. What we're going to do is, it's jumbo crab, ladies and gentlemen. Jumbo crab. So I'm going to be very generous with the crab. I'm a big guy, as you can see. Chef told me in school, never trust a skinny chef. You know, we're gonna do it. We're gonna try to mold it like you're doing meatball. Try to mold it. Make see how the coldness. And you don't want to work with the crab too much. That way, you know, the warmth of your hand starts to break it up. But see how, because it was chilling overnight, see how it's actually holding together? See how nothing is breaking away? See that? See, that's a nice size jumbo crab. See how you can still see meat. It's not all cakey. That's going to be our first one. And we'll get together again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not breaking up the meat. Not breaking up the meat. We're going to go ahead, we're going to try to, again, see how it's holding together? It's not running, it's not slipping from me. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Hold together and let me form my cake. I'm just like you would a meatball. And the olive oil is not sticking to me. You see, I don't have crab on my hands because that's helping with olive oil. What we're going to do, crab balls, ooh. Yeah. If you just want to be crab balls, you can fry this sucker just like this, 2-3 minutes until golden brown. No, and you can have the crab balls. But we're going to flatten a little bit because again, it's a crab cake show. But we're going to flatten it down a little bit. Make sure it stays together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thermometer out. I'm going to check this oil, and what I want to make sure is that the temperature for the cooking oil is at least 350. Because again, you want it hot. You want this oil to be hot. You don't want it to sit here and you want it to start frying, start sizzling. You want this at least 350 before you start putting that crab cake in. If it's not at 350, you can get this cooking temperature thermometer. You can get them in most retail stores, Target, Walmart, you get them online. They're very inexpensive. I prefer the digital ones because they're very accurate. And that's, as you can see, this temperature for this is higher than 350, as you just saw. It's rising, and its internal temperature right now is 354, 355. To me, that's telling me it's a sign to start putting my crab cake in, so we can start. So you guys stop hearing me talk. We can start eating, munch it down with some crab cake. Be careful when you're putting this in. Don't just drop it down, burn yourself, scold yourself. Safety first. Just kind of get it down, drop it like that. See how I can just drop it? I didn't burn myself. Ain't nobody hurt. We're going to get the other one. I want to kind of space them out. I'm waiting for that one before I start molding the other one. You want to try to get at least maybe 2-3 minutes or until golden brown so it can all form and and I got my paper towels and my pan and start to dry some of that oil off. It's best to try to get a slotted spoon or spoon holes in it, so when you're getting the crab cake, you're getting crab cake. See how that's looking? See how that's good looking, little gentlemen? Looking good, looking nice. You got crab cake in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you got. You got the crab cake. It didn't take long. You can do this. I'm not doing anything different that you can't do. I'm giving you the tools. And this is what we're doing. I'm going to get that a little browner. Say 2-3 minutes till golden brown. Make sure it cooks all the way through. I'm going to put it down a little more. I'm going to cook a little more. I'm going to start folding my other one, get my other one ready while that one's going in the deep fry. Go back and check it out now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sweet lassie molasses. We got crab cake, ladies and gentlemen. You see how I got a slotted spoon with the holes in it, so it's not giving, I'm draining it, but I'm not getting oil. We're gonna put that in here. Put it right in here. Let it drain for some oil. Get my next one. And again, as I stated, safety first, ladies and gentlemen. Safety first.